Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Wrestling great Rikishi had the twins named Jimmy and Juso after two of his favorite wrestlers from the 80s, Jimmy and Juso. Said that his mother had declined to be his trainer on an episode of Stephanie's Places, hosted by Stephanie McMahon. The band Bloodline spoke about their family history and how they were raised. The Yos mentioned a story about their father, Rikishi, who is a WWE Hall of Famer. He wanted the Mofa and Sika names to be inspired by the Wild Samoans, a famed Samoan tag team. The Samoans won the WWE World Tag Team title 3 times and were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2007. Even though Roman and Sika are legendary in the wrestling industry, Jimmy stated that Roman's father wanted to name him and his twin after the real-life tale of the Wild Samoans, but his mother rejected the notion. As my dad was preparing to give us the names AFA and Sika, Jay informed me, "My mom said you will not name my twins AFA and Sika." Jimmy tacked on, after achieving great success as a tag team wrestler, Juso has emerged as one of WWE's most popular singles competitors. Rikishi, a WWE Hall of Famer, wants Jacob Fatu to challenge Juso for the World Heavyweight title. Juso, 39, won the title for the first time at WrestleMania 41, defeating Gunther. In the meantime, Jay's dad has come out and said that he's proud of his son's success. He even suggested that Jay defend his championship against his cousin Jacob Fatu, which would be an exciting matchup. Fans are already excited about it, and it's not just because they're related. Behind the scenes, we know that these two can dance and have a great match, which the world will be able to witness. It will be fascinating to watch Jay and Jimmy USO's future singles, Rikishi added. In the world of professional wrestling, there are few families with as much legacy as the Anoa'i dynasty. Notable figures from this lineage include The Rock, Roman Reigns, Yokozuna, and Rikishi. It's no wonder that the USO twins, Jay and Jimmy, have become well-known figures in WWE. However, what many fans don't know is that the twins' wrestling identities nearly went in a completely different direction, beginning before they were born. In a recent interview, WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi revealed a little-known but hilarious and illuminating story from his early days as a proud member of the Samoan wrestling lineage. "I will never forget the moment when Rikishi, whose real name is Solofa Fatu Jr., nearly named his twins after two of the most iconic figures in wrestling history." Rikishi grinned and continued, "I was absolutely certain we needed to give the twins names with some sort of wrestling connotation from the moment they were born. I told Tisa, seriously, dead serious, I wanted to name them Hogan and Savage. Yes, Hogan and Savage." When asked about the astonished quiet that followed his daring statement, Rikishi grinned and said, "I thought it was perfect." He went on to say, "Hogan Fatu and Savage Fatu. You can't tell me that doesn't sound like tag team gold." But not everyone was as enthusiastic. The matriarch of the Fatu household and wife of Rikishi, Tiwa, had her own vision, and it had nothing to do with naming her children after two oversized, bleached blonde celebrities from the 1980s. "She gave me the creeps. Soloa, I love you, but I am not raising little Hulkamaniacs," Rikishi stated while laughing. There is contention. Rikishi revealed that he made multiple presentations to try and convince her. "And I even tried to convince her because it wasn't just fun banter. As a compromise, I suggested that perhaps we could do Randy and Terry, who are known by their real names, or just their initials. H's Fatu would continue to wrestle, but it would be a bit more sneaky." My wife, however, was not going to have it. She remarked, "These boys are going to find their own path. They do not need to be named after anybody in order to be great." Rikishi expressed her disagreement with this statement. Rikishi acknowledges that she was correct when she said, "When you see what Jay and Jimmy have accomplished, how they carved their own legacy as the USOs as the best tag team in WWE history. Yeah, I'm glad she stopped me." He went on to say, "They're not just a part of the legacy. They are the legacy." Fans can't help but wonder what would have happened if she had said yes. The idea of Hogan and Savage Fatu entering the WWE in the middle of the 2000s is something that is straight out of an alternate wrestling universe. Imagine Michael Cole making an announcement that said, "Here comes Hogan and Savage Fatu, the high-flying twins from the Isle of Samoa." Depending on your point of view, it would have been immediately reported in the media either because it was a tribute or because it was an arrogant foray into problematic waters. The name could have even created real-life controversy backstage at the time. The relationship between Hulk Hogan and WWE was tumultuous, and Randy Savage's final years with the company were fraught with difficulties. Would Vince McMahon have permitted it? Would Hogan have attempted to sue? Would Savage have interpreted it as a compliment or a mockery? Rikishi added with a wink, "I don't know what Vince would have said," and then proceeded to slap a copyright notice on their diapers. Eventually, the twins were given the names Joshua and Jonathan, better known as Jay and Jimmy. They made their debut on WWE television in 2010, and since then, they have become one of the most decorated tag teams in the history of the company. They have won multiple tag team titles, and they have been a part of the Bloodline, which is one of the most popular factions of the last decade. It is a credit to the brothers' talent, charisma, and drive traits that they have made history on their own terms. In fact, Juso has even gone on to compete in the main event of WrestleMania, which is an accomplishment that very few wrestlers, regardless of their names, ever do. Rikishi claims that they did not inherit their strength from any wrestling legend, but rather from their own upbringing. "They witnessed me working hard, traveling, and devoting my life to this business," Rikishi said. However, they also witnessed their mother maintaining the family unit, providing them with structure, love, and discipline. This is where their strength truly originates. Man, Rikishi gives you a grin and shakes his head. Despite this, I continue to make jokes with them about it. He stated, "There are times when I will text them out of the blue and simply ask, 'What are you going to do, brother?' Or you might simply say, 'Oh yeah,' to them. They may roll their eyes, but I have a feeling that they enjoy it. In a world where wrestling is full of over-the-top egos, dramatic stories, and unexpected twists, I believe that they enjoy it. The tales that take place behind the scenes are frequently the ones that stay with us. Most of all, Rikishi's practically legendary name selections for his boys may have been stopped by a mother's wisdom, but the story offers a lovely glimpse into how even the most iconic careers may begin with a simple family argument. So the next time you hear stories about Rikishi's sons, you might want to pay attention. When you see the Yos tearing it up in the ring or delivering a super kick with perfect accuracy, just keep in mind that they could have been doing it under the names Hogan and Savage Fatu, and that they could have been doing it under any other name. While Tesua simply shakes her head and grins, knowing that she made the correct choice. Rikishi is still daydreaming about what might have been. Would you be interested in a comical alternate universe version of the story in which they really grow up to be Hogan and Savage Fatu?